on the phone. Can you hear me?
Hello?
You hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
You're joining us live as we enter into podcast number 4.
And that means I have to hold my phone and my earpiece while I'm trying to do an incline of 7 at 3.2 is really hard. I'm not going to breathe into a podcast. I'm going to have to decrease my incline. Maybe I can hold my phone without hanging up on you.
I'm watching you about to drop your phone and have it slide off the treadmill and slam into the wall.
That's all right. At least you capture it on phone. You can describe it to people since they won't be able to see it. It's like reading a book. You have to give details so they can visualize it.
But right now, the phone's in her ear, on her shoulder, hanging on by a thread. And I'm watching it jiggle as she walks.
And thank goodness I'm not that sweaty yet, because then it wouldn't slide.
Well, we have 38 minutes to go, so.
We ain't doing no hour.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
We are.
I thought we were going to lift arms.
No.
Why?
You don't need them.
We did them on Thursdays, every other day.
We didn't come yesterday.
Right, so we need to do it today.
No.
I don't like the treadmill. The only reason I can survive because I think I only have to do it 30 minutes and I get to do weights after that.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Why?
We don't need them.
I thought you're supposed to do weights a couple times a week.
Yeah, we have weights at home.
I don't want to use them at home.
Well,
I don't have ones that I can do. All I have is the 5 pounds or 30 pounds. I can't do the 30 pounds.
You can slide off any of the weights off the 20-pound weight at any time you want. Turn it into 10-pound. Oh, okay.
No, that's not how they work. I thought they were already built in like that. Where did you even get those weights?
You're asking many questions that reveal you have yet to even touch the weights. Those weights can be 5-pound weights if you want them to be. They can be 10-pound weights or 15-pound weights or 20-pound weights.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
Well, because you already had all the weights on them.
Yeah, you can take them off at any time.
Yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long I last holding a phone while I'm trying to work out. I can't really do both things.
You can. Sit on your phone, talk to people for hours on end.
Not while I'm trying to walk and can't breathe.
Try it out for a time. You might find out you can.
Yeah, that means I have to decrease my incline and my speed to be able to do it.
You don't have to. You just want to.
I have to because I need 2 hands if I increase. And then that means I'm going to get a crick in my neck trying to hold my phone and my ear. Oh, by the way, if you're just now joining us, I'm Momma-T.
I'm J-cub.
He's my son. And we hang out all the time.
I'm her dad.
And if he was, that was super creepy. We may have lived in Kentucky, but that does not what it means. Welcome to our podcast. It's about everything and nothing. And so he decided, since we didn't bring our headsets, to Skype and have us on the phone. So we're literally on a treadmill talking to each other on the phone next to each other. And I still find myself that I have to look at you when I'm talking to you, even though if you were technically, I was on the phone with you, you would be somewhere else. I would be trying to look at you. But the fact that is I know you're here, so I know, I want to look at you. Like when you talk to somebody in another house, like what do you look at while you're talking to somebody?
I look at them.
No, like when you're on the phone with them, they're not in your same house.
Yeah, I imagine I'm looking at them.
No, you don't.
I imagine they're my phone
No, you don't.
as I press their head gently next to mine as we're having a conversation
Okay.
ear to ear. That would be an interesting way to talk to people, ear to ear. So what are you doing tonight? I don't know, just hanging out.
Oh, well, you could.
You know?
Why don't you try it? Let me know how it works. We might have to like take a break and come back to this.
I doubt it.
Well,
You drink Diet Pop, your resolve is diminished.
I'm what?
Your endurance is just gone. You can't. We've been doing this for 5 minutes, and you're talking about taking a break.
You blame everything on Diet Pop. You're driving too slow. It's Diet Pop. You drive too fast. It's Diet Pop.
You almost crash into somebody. Diet Pop.
Yeah, you want a smoothie. It's because it's Diet Pop.
Diet soda is a retardant.
What does that mean?
Slows down your cognition.
Why? Because of aspartame?
I'm not sure like the exact reason why. I just know that's part of what it does to the human body is it slows down your cognition.
Well, I don't need that. I already have enough slow cognition on a good day. And my memory's awful, so. It hurts my neck and stuff to hold this phone.
You're holding your neck in the exact place you would be holding it otherwise.
No, I don't. I don't. I do like this squishy thing with like trying to hold it into my ear. What I'm trying to do. Oh.
Welcome to my perspective, where I'm trying to uncover the mystery that is my mother.
And how's that going?
If it was a series, it'd be Indiana Jones 3.
This 3?
Yeah,
Isn't
there's
is it the Last Crusade? No, is that 4?
it's Temple of Doom. Is it the first one? The little Chinese boy. Where you going?
So when you do my eulogy, are you gonna talk about all my randomness? I wonder how long that'll be. All my quirks. You ever start writing them down so you don't forget?
Well, what do you think we're doing right now?
You're not talking about them. You're just experiencing.
Yeah, this is better.
What they look like in natural habitat.
All right, welcome to my mom's funeral. I'm gonna play you a clip from her podcast, our podcast, and I think this is gonna sum it up pretty good.
Probably the second one be the best one,
It's yet to come.
where I impart all my wisdom on the world.
Your
And
true spirit.
in your 30 seconds that you ran on the treadmill when you said go.
Exactly.
If you could pick one movie that sums up your life, what would it be?
So far, Forrest Gump.
Why?
It's like a box of chocolates.
You do know what you're going to get inside because on the back of it, it shows you, or underneath of it, it shows you what's inside of it. It'll say caramel, cream, nougat. So you really do know.
Yeah, but how many people are stopping to read before chocolate?
They do because they don't want to get like certain stuff. People don't want to get the cream or the nougat or caramel. And I don't like the coconut, so I read it. I don't like the surprise. I don't like to waste chocolate. You're gonna base your life on a movie from one scene.
Isn't that all life is?
What little captures one little sceners?
Yeah, one little moment.
That adds up to zillions of moments.
Welcome to the philosophy portion of our podcast.
Like, are we even really on a treadmill?
Yes, we are,
I mean, it could be not.
but it is.
Right, but I mean, it might not be.
But it is.
Like it says incline, but is it psychological? I mean, it might not be really moving up.
I'm looking at your body, and your treadmill is definitely on an incline compared to the next one.
Or your could have moved up and made it look like mine moved up.
But all of the treadmills.
You ever been parked sometimes and a car moves and you thought you moved and you were like freaking out? You ever done that?
Yeah.
What causes that? No, I'm serious. Why are you laughing?
You continuously explore the unknowns of reality at rates I can't comprehend.
Right. I guess someone out there could tell me how certain stores stay in business. I would be really interested to know.
Yeah. How does a vitamin store stay in business?
Yeah. When there was one person working, there was
2 people.
2 people in the store, and there's like millions of dollars in vitamins just sitting on the walls.
It'd be $100,000 worth of vitamins.
There's way more than that. But like, and 5 people came in the whole day. Like, how do you make money when you can go to CVS or order online or whatever? Like, I just don't understand. Don't make sense. It just seems that stores have so much more products than they actually sell. I feel like their overhead doesn't make sense to me. It never will.
Friday.
I guess that's why I was never a business major, because it just seems.
And there went.
FYI, if you accidentally pull the string on a treadmill, that little stop button.
And it's going to reset your entire session.
Oh, well. I take a picture of it, but I don't track it. Don't make a difference. It just startled me. FYI, I don't pull the red string, even on accident, because it will stop you immediately, even if you're on an incline of 8. Oh, well, now it's just psychological, so now I think I'm starting back in an hour. Have to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back on a warm up. And go slower. Oh, it's a good time for water. So what time it is where you live? But it's
47.
4:52 on a Saturday, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people at the Y besides me and J-cub. So 10. So I'm not sure what that says. Either we're really dedicated or we really don't have anything else better to do with ourselves.
Good mixture of both.
I wish we were live so we could have people like in the comments like say, when we count to 5, everybody in the comments say exactly what you're doing exactly right now at this time. So we could like see what like everywhere around the world, assuming that people around the world are listening to this podcast, would say what they're doing exactly at the same time. But some of the people are sleeping. So I'm not sure how that would work. So there might be time zones that would not work in this situation. We're probably gonna have to put an option on our podcast where people can't comment so we don't get hate mail.
Why? That's part of the fun.
What? People saying this was the worst podcast I ever seen in my life. Or seen or heard or whatever. I just don't know why people would make a comment and just don't listen. You know what I mean? Unless it's something cool or fun or nice or kind. Where'd you get that shirt at?
Berea.
Oh.
You're going a lot slower now.
Huh? I know. I have to work that jolt out from when I stopped suddenly.
Yeah.
It like makes your body like stiff, like hurt. I think I popped my back up. I don't think I can work out anymore.
This is why I'm the dad.
He is. I love him, but my goodness. He tells me what to do. I moved out of my parents' house, so I didn't get told what to do, and now I get told what to do 24 hours a day. You gonna
You're
eat
like,
sugar? You gonna work out?
one day I'll be gone and you'll look up in heaven and you'll say, I know he's not up there yet, but man, I wish he was here for a hug.
Oh, I know. I will. So, future wife out there for you. Better realize you're gonna live with me forever. With the babies.
And if you're listening now, hello. I'll see you soon.
This means I need to find like acres and acres so we can live on the same acreage, just not necessarily in the same home, maybe, but close enough.
Close, but not that close.
In the same house, whatever. I don't know why more people don't do that. Like, if all of us, my siblings and my parents, put money together, we can have like a couple $1 million house right now, probably. You know, pool, acres, our own space. Silly when you think about it, really.
There you go.
Just because people want their own autonomy or what, their own lives, or can't stand each other, or what?
Sounds about right.
I wonder if that's what God intended, though. Or if He intended us to live together. I mean,
Well, Garden of Eden. But after that, everyone started spreading out into tribes, and it just kept going further and further.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
With what?
I don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does.
What state was the Corn Palace in? South Dakota?
Is it Idaho?
No,
Is that a
that was
potato?
potato.
Is it Minnesota?
I don't think it was Minnesota. That was when we went to the Mall of America.
It was on our way back, right?
I think so, but didn't we go through South Dakota on the way back?
Briefly. I think we just went there for the.
I forget where we went to the Corn Palace at. I just am looking at my water bottle, so I have all these random things on there. I have the Idaho, but it's a noun.
Is it
No,
Iowa?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up later. If you've never been to Casey, Illinois, that's a cool place. Everything's ginormous. Like the whole town has like giant like mailboxes and mouse trap in the middle of town, and the barber shop sign is like biggest two-story building. Pretty cool. That was a cool place. Montana was beautiful, obviously. I just don't know what state I want to live in. So hard.
Where I lay my head is home.
Right. I just wear my head was sunny more and warm more.
You need to become a snowbird. Go south for this winter and then come back up here for the summers.
Right. I just have to find somebody who makes a lot of money that can support me.
You could roommate with Jen.
We're not using people's names on the podcast, remember, besides ours.
Okay. Everyone's known by God by name, so
For
you can hide the truth for a little while.
just a small time. Did you ever wish you had brothers and sisters?
I don't think about that.
You don't?
No.
Did you ever think about it when you were growing up? Really? I'm curious. I was just curious if you did. Like, man, I wish I had a sister or brother.
My life would be different if I did. That's all I know.
Do you think you were spoiled? Not really.
I don't think about that either.
Why not?
Strange word used by strange people.
What do you mean? Spoiled is? Why is that?
Normally, spoiled means rotten.
I don't think so. I just think that that's two words that were put together. Spoiled, rotten. Spoiled means like bad, like overseed its life on the shelf. It's no good anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So
What
why
a
would
thing to
people
call a
say?
child.
Right. That they're rotten.
Especially when they're the ones buying the things for the kid.
Right. Don't make sense, does it?
Bought you 10 pounds of chocolate. You spoil a little rotten little thing.
You get whatever you want that I buy you. Freaking. It's so funny how they change the words for the air, even though you don't really know what they're saying. They're not kidding anybody.
What?
So, songs. how they, when they're on the radio, they change a word even though it's not what they really say, like the original.
What's the lyric now?
It says, I'm good, I'm gonna have the best freaking night of my life.
Oh, that part.
It might be that, I don't know. I don't know enough about music, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I just act like I do.
And a lot of songs that swear also have a radio clean version,
Hmm.
like that CeeLo Green song "Forget You."
How's it go?
I was riding downtown with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you, and I forget him too. That's not what they say in the
Oh, they don't?
explicit song.
Oh, you would know.
Thanks.
How many minutes are we doing?
Yeah.
And a little chubby legs. And so good. What about people on the like movie reviews, book reviews, price reviews?
I have no idea what you're saying.
So we've been trying to find a church our whole life because we've moved so much, by the way. I have commitment issues, obviously, with everything, including a church. So we came up with a rating scale.
Hold the phone up to your mouth.
I can't.
But
I
I can't
can't
hear
work out
you.
and hold it.
I can't hear you. It sounds like
Exactly. That just means people have to play it in slow motion or like turn it up a little bit more to hear what I'm actually saying.
no, because it literally sounds like
Well, I said I couldn't do a workout and hold a phone at the same time.
commitment issues.
Huh?
You have commitment issues.
You have commitment issues to the phone. And as I get sweaty, it's harder to hold it.
I think you were saying something about you having commitment.
Yeah. And trying to find a church. We've been looking for our whole life. So I came with a rating scale, just like you would if you're a food critic or movie critic and have certain criteria questions. Just to kind of guide like what it is that you're looking for and see if they meet it. And I think you should do the same thing for looking for a relationship. Have a point scale. And if they don't reach enough points, you shouldn't date them. To whatever that criteria is. Just a thought.
It's difficult to quantify people who have a lot of different personality traits, though.
All right, but you should have non-negotiables.
The drugs and alcohol.
Like mine is love the Lord, love their families, like to have fun, will travel, is a kind and generous person.
Big booty butt.
So, I mean, there just should be things like no one's perfect, obviously, but you know, there should be some things you're looking for. So you can kind of cross them off the list.
And Why would you say you're qualified for this position as my girlfriend or wife?
Exactly.
What's your prior relationship experience?
There should be a resume for relationships, just like there's a job. Like your past relationships, your hobbies. Yes.
Well, as you can see from 2019 to 2021, I was single. And can you explain that gap in your relationship status?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was working on myself. Thank you.
That would be very helpful.
Are you saying you're looking for a romantic relationship? No, I'm looking for more of a bureaucratic relationship with a woman. I'm more interested in exchanging information and being intimate or romantic.
I mean, you could have like certain things you just ask them. How many places have you traveled in the last year? Concerts did you go to? How many times did you go to church or read your Bible or pray or hang out with your family? How many hours do you work out?
How about we introduce our next people we date to each other, and I'll ask them the questions, and you'll ask them the questions.
Okay. Consider I'm never dating again in my life.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
What I'll say.
The only thing I'm gonna be dating is on a Friday night is my cat in a movie, Netflix.
Once you get in shape, you're gonna be fitting them off with a sword and a knife, keeping them away with a 10-foot long stick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my 46-year-oldness.
Take care of yourself. You look like you're 39.
Woo-hoo. I'm telling you, if I lose weight, my face just looks, I look older and gets wrinkly. When I'm chubby, it just like puffs out.
I'm telling you right now, when I'm scrolling through Facebook dating, I can tell when a woman's a piece just by her face.
Of course. It's
So
puffy.
yeah, there's no youngness looking there. It's just there's obvious weight distribution.
But you shouldn't judge a person on their weight.
No, but there's a very there's evidence of a certain lifestyle that's incongruent with my own.
I understand that. It's like a person who was healthy looks at me and they'd be like, she's super overweight. I don't want to date her. But like, I feel like right now I eat pretty healthy and I'm pretty active, like, like trying to do it. So they wouldn't see that though. You know what I mean? At first judgment.
At first judgment, no.
Right. So, but that first judgment is all you need when you're scrolling. Not understanding, hey, that person could actually be working on themselves. Oh, by the way, I've already lost 40 pounds. I'm still working on it.
People write that stuff in their bio.
They say that.
Yeah, they say I'm fat and I'm working on it.
Oh. So you wouldn't consider somebody to do like that?
If someone puts in their bio that they're interested in going to the gym and working out, I will like them even if they're fat, among other things.
Because there's lots of reasons how people get a certain way.
Yeah, but a lot of weight gain is lifestyle choices.
Oh, it is.
And I say this from personal experience. I'm just now at the tail end of losing 45 pounds I put on during COVID. So I still have 15 or 17 pounds to go.
Well, I mean, mine, ever since I had my full hysterectomy at 40, like my body's just been, in life and anxiety and COVID, and we can make all kinds of excuses, really.
Excuses explain things.
I do. Doesn't change what is.
No, neither does calling it an excuse.
That's true.
Can't change your past.
I just realized you just have to do stuff even when you don't feel like it. Like today, I would have much rather be at home right now, snuggled on the couch reading a book, but here we are.
There's nothing wrong with doing those things. It's just when you do that every day and you don't exercise your body, your muscles start to atrophy and your cardiovascular system starts to shut down and your immune health starts to decline and then your cognition starts to decline and then boom, bada bing, you're depressed. You have anxiety. Our bodies are meant to move.
Right. I think that's why what happened with so many people during COVID, being isolated to their house, and it's just that vicious cycle that we created. But people who already had routines and discipline in those areas, I feel like it was already not easy, but maybe easier to continue some of those habits. But people who are not disciplined or had those habits, it even made it harder.
Well, even in COVID, I think the only thing that would have really prevented it is a good life, like clean eating, because they shut down the gyms.
Right.
For a lot of people who go work out, that's their place where they work out. They don't have stuff at home to compensate for that.
Right, but there are lots of things you can use as your body weight, and there's lots of videos and research shows stuff you can do at home.
Right, but if you're dealing with the pandemic and time of a state of emergency, you're probably not looking for new healthy lifestyle changes. You're probably thinking about chocolate cake and getting a milkshake and not worrying about a thing.
All right, because what happened is your fight, flight, freeze response. So fear, right? You want to hang on to everything because then you get in a state of panic, and then like there's not going to be any food, and no one's going to have money, and no one's going to work, and we're not, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
interesting what your body does, even when you don't realize it.
You start preparing for winter and putting on weight because you feel like, oh, if I don't do this thing now, if I don't gain weight now, well, what's going to happen when all the stores shut down and there's no more food to buy? I'm going to be starving. 200 pounds later, the stores is not shut down at all.
By then, though, you've created a lifestyle, and then you created depression, and then you have, I don't know, it's just the cycle is.
So, a question for people who are getting healthy is how can you help wake up people who are unhealthy to the fact that their lifestyle choices that they make each day are ultimately leading to a shorter lifespan and a lower quality of life during their life. It's like when you're overweight and obese, your cognition decreases by a lot. And that means the choices and actions you make in life are affected by lowered cognition. So the more people in a society that are overweight and obese, ultimately the more maybe erroneous or like bad decisions are being made day to day. I'm not saying every decision, but like just pay attention to people who are overweight and just like think of it as like, did they just say something they didn't want to say, or are they doing something that they might not even be aware they're doing?
Well, yeah, because think about one. I mean, I haven't weighed myself, so I don't know if I've actually lost weight, but I think I have. But I feel I've been eating cleaner and working out more, and I feel I have more energy. I'm not as irritable or feel as anxiety or depressed as when I do eat really bad stuff. So, like, I can tell a difference.
Other people around you can tell the difference too.
What you?
Me, among other people. All right. Well,
We're done.
we're done.
All right. I hope everybody have a blessed day. Jesus loves you.
Go with God.
All right. No, bye.